And in Texas, it's you'll have your a lot of challenges in a way. Like in Abilene, challenges was about at the first I've had like couple of instances when they discriminate you because all these patients come from little towns that they even haven't in fact gone out of Texas. That's all they know. So seeing you as without the blonde hair and you have the accent, I don't think they trust you because you really can compare how they will treat the American nurses compared to the Filipino nurses. So those were one of the few challenges here in Texas. But now being here in Dallas, where it's in a bigger city and there's more diversity, they're used to all kinds of cultures. I think the problem is when you're in little towns and your little cities, because they're not um, at that time, 26 years ago, they're not really aware that we exist. Or they even say, "Where's the Philippines?" Or even our coworkers. One of our coworkers just kept, "Oh, you came here. Oh, the boat people." They called us as the boat people, and we're like, "Excuse me, we came by by airplane. We're not boat people." So we just make it fun. We don't want to take it really seriously at that time. We were so naive about all this racial discrimination, but yeah, you can really you can feel it at that time.
How did that
Back
make
then,
you feel?
oh,
That's why we were so upset with that nurse that we actually have to tell our boss at that time because we felt like we've been trained in the Philippines. We are nurses, we are professional nurses, so we know what we're doing, except that I think they got I think they were like, why, the typical um thing now that they feel like we're taking away jobs from them. So because like after a few months some of us became charge nurses, or they feel like that opportunity should have been given to them instead of us. I think that's how it is. And you'll still have it here also randomly. It's everywhere. It's in the workplace. You can never please everyone.
Can you
about your
recall?
oh,
Go ahead, Ren.
sure. Okay. About your work environment in Abilene. So what was like were you the only nurses of color besides the American nurses, or were there other people as well?
Actually, in our unit, we were the only ones plus one black nurse.
And was she an LP? Was she actually a registered nurse, or was she an
Yeah,
LPN, or she actually was? Okay.
she was a registered nurse, and that's why she became close to us because we were like, we were like, oh, okay, let's all bond together. It's like yes, the magnet. So, but majority were really white nurses.
I can imagine that other black nurse must have been also like happy in a way because now there's
Yeah,
other people of color on the unit, so it's more diversity. But yeah, that
yeah.
must have been an interesting experience.
Mm.
But go ahead, Mary. Elizabeth Gray. Sorry.
I just wanted to ask, can you recall a specific experience in which you felt discriminated against?
Actually, that the when I was in Abilene, the patient, she did not want to follow anything I said because at the time she just had a procedure for her. It's called a heart cath, where they put in they put in on your groin a stent so that it will open up. So at that time, the protocol is you have to, because we don't have this advanced techniques that like right now that you don't have to have those bed rest, prolonged bed rest. At the time, you have to be on bed rest, I think, for 6 to 12 hours, and she wouldn't follow me at all. At all, she would just bend her knees and all that. And but then when my charge nurse came, she's oh, she changed, and then she's like that. In fact, I had to tell my charge nurse, I said, for her safety, because if she's gonna end up bleeding, I mean, I even thought of that. Then, like, I want to change assignments because I don't think she'll ever follow me. And when they changed assignments, she actually did follow that American nurse. So there's really discrimination, and I had to actually ask her when she was doing that. It's like, why do you not want to follow me at all? And she said, because you're colored. I'm like, oh my god. And you were like 23 years old, coming from the Philippines. You still don't have that sense of assertiveness, and you're just like, you you're like, you can't say anything. You have no words. You just end up crying. So I mean, I had to just go out of the room, tell my charge nurse, and then I had to reach out to my manager in the morning because I'm like, I don't think this is fair that they don't want us just because we have black hair and we don't speak, English with the American accent and all that. So
That's